Good afternoon. Can you please introduce yourself and tell me your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Johnson.
Nice to meet you, Sarah. Let's begin with part 1 of the speaking test. Can you describe your hometown or where you currently live?
Of course. I currently live in a city called Manchester. It's a vibrant city in the north of England. Manchester is known for its rich industrial history and diverse cultural scene. There are plenty of museums, theatres, and sports facilities here.
That sounds interesting. What do you like most about living in Manchester?
One thing I really like is the sense of community. People in Manchester are very friendly and welcoming. Also, the city has a great public transport system, which makes it easy to get around.
That's great to hear. Moving on to part 2. I'm going to give you a topic to talk about for 1 to 2 minutes. You'll have 1 minute to prepare. Here's your topic: describe a memorable holiday or trip you've had. Please include where you went, who you went with, and what made it memorable.
All right, I'm ready. One of the most memorable trips I've had was when I went to Barcelona, Spain, with my family about 2 years ago. We spent a week exploring the city, its culture, and its beautiful architecture. What made it truly memorable was the fact that it was our first international trip together. We had a fantastic time visiting iconic places like the Sagrada Familia and Park Güell. The weather was perfect, and the local cuisine was amazing. It was a trip filled with laughter and unforgettable experiences.
It sounds like a wonderful trip, Sarah. Now, let's move on to part 3. We'll discuss some broader topics related to travel and tourism. Firstly, do you think tourism has a positive or negative impact on local cultures?
I believe tourism can have both positive and negative impacts on local cultures. On the positive side, it can promote cultural exchange and understanding between visitors and locals. It can also bring economic benefits to the local community. However, if not managed properly, tourism can lead to overcrowding, environmental degradation, and a loss of authenticity in cultural experiences.
That's a balanced perspective. How can cities and countries promote responsible tourism to minimize its negative impacts?
To promote responsible tourism, cities and countries can implement several measures. They can limit the number of tourists at sensitive sites, encourage sustainable practices, and raise awareness about respecting local customs and traditions. Additionally, investing in eco-friendly infrastructure and supporting local businesses can help distribute the economic benefits more evenly.
Thank you for your insights, Sarah. That concludes the speaking test. You may now leave the examination room.
Please note that this is a sample dialogue for a B2 level speaking test, and the actual questions and topics may vary in the IELTS exam.